about this before.
What is that?
That's a Zoom H4 recorder. It's like, my dad gave it to me.
Oh, it's a mic.
Yeah, but you've got full XLRs and jacks in, and it's like, it's good for a band. They basically market it for bands to sort of do a half decent recording on the fly if they're just doing a jam session.
Right, okay, cool.
But it's really useful for this because it's just better than a little tiny thing or iPhones or whatever.
Boy, you gadget people.
It's when they go wrong then you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you need to send me?
No, you don't have to do anything at all.
Oh,
just keep the boards away. It'll be fine. So, yeah, I think we're rolling on that. Norman, snowbombing, and how's it been for you this week?
Well, snowbombing this year, I think has been the best ever. I raised the bar when I came last year, and thought, well, if we get it as good, at least half as good as last year, we'll have accomplished something. But this year, even more people took me more by surprise. It was a fantastic couple of days, I have to say. Definitely.
Good morning, how are you doing?
How are you?
We're good.
Speak to interview, sorry.
I mean, you've done, I'm sure you've DJed in some pretty remarkable places all over the world, but how's an igloo compared to that?
Well, I think that the igloo has to be in the top 3, or maybe even the top 2. It's certainly the most highest altitude venue that I've ever played at, and it's possibly the highest disco in the world, bar none. So,
What would the other two be, do you reckon?
now you're asking me a question. I've played in some odd places. Goodness, what have I done? I've played in up trapeze in a circus, big top. I've played on top of a tombstone in a cemetery.
Whose grave are you dancing on?
I don't know. Well, I'll probably find out when I go to hell.
Are there any acts that you're sort of looking forward to seeing over the festival season coming up?
Well, this summer, I mean, I missed out on an opportunity to see Kasabian. Wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I know the tunes are good. They're probably Britain's best sort of guitar band. But strangely, I'm looking forward to seeing a couple of Paul Weller gigs on the live front. If I get time. Really busy, got a huge summer schedule. Hopefully I'll be back at Glastonbury this year, and definitely the most important thing for me is Notting Hill Carnival, August bank holiday. There may be a couple of surprises in store there, just give you a heads up. But yeah, there's a couple of sort of pins in the calendar that's definitely in there for this year. And there's a number of sort of small independent festivals that I'm involved in, and maybe 1 or 2 more that I'd like to be part of. So yeah, it all bodes well. It's been a great year so
You
far.
said that you'd been here like when it was early doors for snowbombing, and you sort of is it a similar thing with other festivals where it's quite nice to get involved and see them grow?
Yeah, well, I've really been fortunate that way, because I always seem to have a knack of being involved, you know, with the right little projects at the right time. There's several festivals. I mean, I was involved in the Big Deal from the beginning. Notting Hill Carnival almost from the beginning. And certainly I think I came over the 2nd or 3rd snowbombing when there was just a handful of people here playing, a couple of DJs and a couple of bands, you know, in random venues around town. And to come back after all these years and seeing how it's grown, it's fantastic. You know, and again, sort of with the birth of the internet and people getting the hang of, you know, of Twitter and Facebook, when something's good, the word spreads very, very quickly. And I just know from the Twitter and Facebook responses to what I was doing in the couple of days I've been here, just phenomenal. You know, I've been getting texts from as far away as Australia, New Zealand, and South America, going, wow, the photos, we want to come to this next year. So yeah, it's brilliant.
That's awesome. Do how do you go about with your sets? Obviously you play music across the board, but do you adapt to where you're playing, or is it all about reading the crowd and seeing what the vibe is?
No, I always adapt to how I play, and I always read the crowd. You know, I'm an unashamedly party DJ. I play to the people. If I need to play populist music, I will. You know, and equally, I can play music that no one's ever heard of. So for me, somewhere between the two lies the truth. It's about the audience in front of you, not the DJ. Anybody can do that. Anybody can play music, but it's one thing to play music. It's another thing to push the buttons on the dance floor, on the crowd in front of you, that make them smile, make them put their hands in the air, make them whoop, make them shout, rewind. It's fun, you know. I'm an unashamedly party fun DJ. With all due respect to all the other guys and what they do, I'm not an evangelist for house or hip hop. You know, I've been part of every dance genre since it began. So I use that experience to play from 60s Northern Soul through to 90s or noughties grime and everything between.
Music's music, isn't it,
Yeah.
across the board? So, a lot of people say when you're playing up a slope, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Have you been skiing or snowboarding?
No, unfortunately for my sins, no, I don't. I've got a dodgy back. Years of carrying heavy speaker boxes and record boxes. No, I'd love to try. Had I been introduced to it 20, 25 years ago, I would have taken to it like a duck to water. But the older you get, the more fearful you become. When I was much younger, I was fearless, thought I'd live forever. But now, I'm reminded of my mortality, so I'm much more risk averse. But I'm still envious of watching, you know, people come down the slopes. When I'm standing there and I watch 3-year-olds on skis ski past me, dying of shame and embarrassment.
It's brilliant. Thanks very much for doing that. Do you reckon you could just do a little, I'm Norman Jay, this is Mixmag TV.
Right. Hi, I'm Norman Jay from Good Times Soundsystem, and you're watching Mixmag TV.
Fantastic. Thank you very, very much.
Good,
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, all good? You ready? Got it all?
We're good, yeah, no worries. Thanks.
I don't actually do the filming, so I don't really know stuff.
Yeah.
Great.